So it was on the third, quest or whatever. Okay, look. So I thought that they were like jinns, right, or genies, or whatever you want to say. So, like, that's how I knew the third one was going to be like Doom or whatever. So anyway, on the third one, after I like did control delete, and did all of that, like, okay, and then I finished what all I was doing. I went back home, and it didn't take very long when all of a sudden, uh, the whole sky had turned red, right? And there was like this red fog mist everywhere in the whole city. So I was walking around. Well, of course, I went back out and walked around because I'm not going to sit there while it's going on. And up in the sky, there's these huge faces, like, and then like the sky flickers, and then they bring, the faces of the people or whatever that are like operating I guess the Matrix or whatever, right? And so, and then they call their supervisor over, and he's God. And they're like somebody broke into the system when you hacked it, blah blah blah. Who was it? Shh, and it's going out and like I'm sitting there shouting at this guy, like trying to tell him like who it was, and then all of a sudden to replace them, it was like, people who were, it was like some of the witches, dude. And, like, and then they were sitting there like doing all kinds of things, like, and then they had hacked it and they had put me in hell, and so then every once in a while, like, God would come back in, and then I'd be like shouting, like trying to help them fix it, but how it turned out was like the witches had hacked into the operating system of heaven and had put me in hell, right? And then, like, I was just trying to find a way to get out of it, and how do you do that? Okay? But the first one started off with, I was just walking around town, and then like God and the admins or whatever, right? And they were all like watching me walk around town, all of a sudden and I knew that they were up there, but the admin that was like monitoring me was like, shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, don't tell anybody, but you got broken or whatever. You're not supposed to be hearing us, and so, like the admin God comes in and he's like, what's going on here? What's wrong with that guy? And then like, and then he figured out that he could hear me, and then they're all like, well, he's not supposed to be able to hear us. And then, okay. And then so then like God like did some stuff, like lifted up my head, and was like tapping on me with like, I don't know, invisible screwdrivers and stuff. And he's like, all right, I can't figure this out. He's broken. Just, all right, well, just do whatever you want. You got an hour to do whatever you want, And so I was like walking around like, this is awesome or whatever. But That was the first one. By the third one, it got, you know, scary.